Okay, so this time we will be discussing about how to get the sum of the geometric series by using this formula. We have Sn is equal to the first term times you have 1 minus r raised to the power of n divided by 1 minus r. Okay, so we were going to use this one to get the sum of the first 10 terms, or sum of the first 8 terms, okay, or 10 terms. So with that, we need to have our given. So our given are the following. So we have r is equal to 8 divided by 4. So we have that one, 8 divided by 4. So this is 2. And then we have 16 divided by 8 is also 2. So therefore, the common ratio is 2. Another given that we need here is the first term, which is our first term, or the a1 here, is 4. And our n is 10, since there are 10 terms. Now let's get the sum of the first 10 terms by using this formula. So we have that one as 10. So that would be the first term, which is 4. And then quantity 1 minus 2 raised to the power of 10. Okay. And then divided by 1 minus, okay, 1 minus 2. So we notice that our denominator would be negative, because our r is greater than 1. So 1 minus 2, that would be negative. So it will be negative. So let's erase this one first. Okay, let's try to work on the exponent first. So to work on the exponent, let's have the calculator, this exponent. So 2 raised to the power of 10, that would be 1024. And 1024 times 4 is equal to, we have 4096. Let's not multiply it yet, so we will just write it down first. Again, I'm sorry, because 2 raised to the power of 10 is 1024. So we have 4 times 1 minus 1024. So we will notice here in the parenthesis that 1024 is greater than 1. So therefore, if we subtract 1, or if we perform this one, this will be negative. So this becomes negative. So we have it here. So if we're going to have 1 minus 1024, so that would be negative. Okay, so again, our denominator here is also negative. So you don't need to worry, because what's the rule of the exponent? When we divide two negative numbers, or if we divide negative numbers, so that would be equal to positive. Let's clear this up. Let's clear this side first. Okay, so times 4. So what is negative 1024 times 4? So we can know that if we multiply it by 4, this becomes 4000. That would be negative. Okay, what's that one? 4092. 4092, so divided by negative 1. So negative divided by negative is positive. Okay. So therefore, this is the sum of the first 10 terms. So this is now our answer. Now let's get into another example. Let's have the second example. Okay, by using the same formula, again, let's recall the formula of um, the sum of the geometric series, which is s to the n, um, first term times 1 minus r raised to the n, okay, and then 1 minus r. So by this, we need to have our r. We need also to have our first term. So we know that our first term is 16 and our r is 8. We have 8 divided by 16. Now this is a fraction, and we know that 1/2 is less than 1. Now let's try to see or find out if it exists. Why do I say that we need to find if the sum exists? It's because of the common ratio, which is 1/2. Okay, so we can identify if the sum exists. We notice that the series or the geometric series is approaching to 0, and this might the next terms might be a negative already. So we were going to find out if the sum really exists by okay, by using this formula. So this one infinity, so we have it the first term, then divide it by 1 minus r. So our first term is 16, and then the 1 minus our r, which is 1/2. So that would be equal to 16. 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. Okay, so 16 divided by 1/2 is multiply it by the reciprocal, which is 2 over 1. 16, that's 32. So therefore, this would be equal to 32, which means, okay, which means the sum exists. Since we already know that the sum exists, now we will going to proceed to get the the sum of the first 8 terms. So let's continue with the given. N is 8. Okay, let's use this formula. Okay, so we're going to use the formula. So again, S10, or rather S8, S sub 8, because it's the first 8 terms. So it's a formula, first term, which is 16 times 1 minus 1/2. Okay, 1/2 raised to the power of 8. So let's have that one bracket or another one. Let's do that because we need to raise this to 8. And then we have the denominator, which is 1 divided 1 minus 1/2 rather. Okay, so we need to work on this first. Now we know that 1/2 is equal to 0.5 in decimals, and it is here to calculate. Okay, so we need to get 0.5 to the 8. So this would be the answer, or this would be the number. Okay, we need to copy that one. So that would be, okay, I think you don't need to copy everything, or you don't need to copy all the numbers, as long as you have this. Then 1 minus 1 half is, of course, that's 1 half, or 0.5. Okay, so we need to work on this first. Let's put it here. Copy 16. So 1 minus, we need to have that one, 25. So 1 minus 0.003900625. So that would be 99969. So we have 0.99, set again, and 9609. Okay, so you need to limit that one. That's okay. And then let's have 1 half divided by 1 half. So we need to multiply this one with 16. So times 16. So that's 15.934. That's 15.934, and then divided by zero point 0.5. It's 31,875. So I have the answer of that one. So this is now the sum of the 8. So I'm sorry for the space, it's so small. So this is now our answer.